Welcome to my channel, Take Back Your Roar. I am your intuitive tarot girl. Um, I'm going to do things, I don't know, just going to do things my way. That's what I heard. Just do things your way. I was meditating earlier and I always do kind of like my own little energy check-in so I can get myself centered before I start any reads. And I've actually been guided to try a few things differently today. So I'm going to, this is my Light Seers deck, and I'm going to pull an overall energy. I'm going to see what comes out. I'm going to channel through my writing, and I'm going to see what comes through. So you may get silenced a little bit, or a little bit of silence. And then I want you to think, okay, so the Hierophant came through is the card that I'm going to channel through. I'm getting a lot of energy right now. Kind of getting goosebumps, to be honest with you. So what I'd like for you guys to do while I'm doing my channeling through writing, while looking at this card to see what messages that comes through for it, I'd like for you to kind of take a look at it and think about how this card makes you feel. Think about what this Hierophant energy, this number 5, energy is bringing to you. What does this card say to you when you look at it? Okay, so just give me a couple of moments. I'm just going to I'm going to give this a try. Just going to take so okay, it just not a whole lot came through. Well, I did a lot, but it's telling me I need to read the card. So the first thing that comes through is great happiness, building, not fearing, and being free, speaking your mind. Okay, it kind of comes through really messy for me as I'm channeling. It was going very, very fast in my mind. So then I was like, okay, so I'm going to read this. So this card is telling me right now that you are on a way of rebuilding something in your life. Like this is steps that you've been taking. The Hierophant is generally somebody like like a pharaoh, Hierophant, a messenger, a type of a god, right? So this energy is giving me, like, I'm getting this, all of a sudden I'm getting this, this energy of, it's just, excuse me, came from like my solar plexus heart chakra and just kind of all of a sudden burst out. So I feel that some of you are becoming very connected. I am going to read these other cards and see how this plays in with the Hierophant energy and where it is that you're holding on to your, like, where are you going? What are you doing? Why is this Hierophant here? What is this message that you are meant to hear? What is guiding you? What are you being guided towards? What are you being told to build on? What are you being told to follow? What are you being told? What are you being called for? Is really a lot of the energy that I'm feeling right now. I don't know why, but I just, for some reason, have this like this feeling of like sick to my stomach. Like just the thought of it is makes you sick to your stomach. Maybe some of you are fearing a position. Maybe you are fearing stepping into something that is calling your name, and you're fearing the opinions of others. But you need to stand in your own light, okay? You need to do what's right for you. You need to take the steps forward towards your happiness, your growth, your foundation, right? So let's just take a peek and see what comes through. This is a mix of the Psychic and Sacred Travelers. And I like to share the message with both of them. So a wandering path is showing its face right up on top. I will show you. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. You have created this journey. This is a journey that you have been longing for. I feel that this journey is one that you are taking control of. I hear that you are the one that is putting your desires, your needs, your whatever it is that you need to meet for yourself. You're making yourself a priority, I hear. Okay? My hands are getting very warm. I love when they do that because they were kind of cold, not going to lie. So let's see what else is coming up. Impasse, reflect and redirect your energy. Okay, so with this, it's not fearing, okay? You need to not fear what's coming towards you. This path is one that you've been creating. This is one that you have been wanting. You have been moving towards. So don't allow others to quiet you. Okay, don't allow others' opinions. Don't allow your fears of others' opinions quiet you and make you feel like you need to keep everything to yourself. Or maybe you've been feeling that you can't share your message because maybe somebody doesn't agree with what you're doing fully. Maybe they don't understand. Maybe they don't understand that you're a healer. Or maybe they don't understand that you're a messenger. You know, like that is something even for your own self when it's new to you, when you're experiencing, when you're on the journey of understand, like realizing that you have a gift, something to share. It's kind of scary for yourself, and you kind of wonder if, you know, maybe you aren't crazy, or, you know, and you hold that fear of what other people might think of you, but you just can't control. You have this calling, there's this purpose, there's something that you're being drawn towards, and it's time for us to stop, to put the nuts down and share, right? Like we need to figure out where it is that we want to be. Which steps do we want to take next? Redirect our energy. Instead of thinking about all of the reasons why we shouldn't do something, thinking about all of the opinions of others, maybe we need to just not worry about that, disconnect ourselves from that energy and be, okay, so what next? What step do I need to do next to bring myself higher and closer to where I want to be? Mystic healer, healing energy flows through you. Okay, so that right there is saying you have a gift. You have something that the world is needing to hear. You have the ability to heal yourself from within first. Okay, so that is the most important. And when you begin to take the steps towards healing yourself, you begin to have this desire to want to give this feeling to other people. Right? It's like, it's almost like it's like it's your calling. It's like you need to give healing to others because you've healed yourself in a way, and you know the steps that it's taken to get to where you are right now, and you feel that you need to share this with others. Other people deserve the energy. Other people deserve your love. Other people deserve to have you radiate in front of them and be like a shining star, you know? Like, it's okay to be in that moment. It's okay to feel what you feel, and it's okay to be who you are. If you are a healer, if you are a reader, if you are a channeler, or you are, you know, being called to work out in the community and share somewhere, that is your calling. Don't be afraid. Don't let others deter you from what it is that is really calling your soul. You have gifts, my friend. You know, the owl is all about the wisdom. You have gained the wisdom through experience. You have experienced. You have gone through rough times. You have healed from those rough times to go through rough times again to heal from those. But every time you go through a rough time, that healing teaches you a lesson, and how the next time to be able to catch it faster. And then you go through it again. Well, you've got not only one way of a lesson that you've just learned, you've got 3 others behind you. So now you're learning how to not do things and take the necessary steps to move forward towards what you do need to do. Oh, okay. So I do have to say, before I even started this video, when I opened it up, this deck, this is the card that came out. Pardon me. Popped out to me like right away. Infinite abundance. And it's funny how it came through. Abundance is pouring into your life. When we think about abundance, okay, so we tend to focus our energy on one certain thing, but abundance isn't all about just having an overflow of money in your account, or having more shoes, or more purses, or whatever it is, you know, whatever. When you think of abundance, if it's material, it's not all about the material. Okay, it's not all about the material. The infinite abundance is this feeling of being on the right path, of going through the experiences, of enjoying the journey, of learning from all of the mistakes that you've made in the past to be able to get to where you are now, to feel so free, to feel free, to be able to not be concerned about what the other people, just not everybody understands everything. And you can try to explain, and some people may not want to listen, but that's their choice. And we have to allow them to have their choice. But we can't allow their choice of maybe not wanting to, or being ignorant to the fact. I don't know what it is, but we allow them to have that feeling, that choice, that decision, those words. That's theirs. But we don't have to take their opinions and put it in ours. If we believe in whatever it is that we're sharing, if we believe that what we're doing is for the good, and if we believe that we are healing as we go, then guess what? Those opinions are theirs. They're not yours. So you let them keep them, and that's where you need to set a boundary in place, and don't let those opinions and words seep over into what it is. It's okay. Not everybody needs to understand. Not everybody's going to understand. They're not supposed to. But you're not supposed to stop being who you are just because somebody doesn't understand. Right? Okay. I don't know what I feel right now. I feel good. I really feel that this is, I'm not gonna lie. I'm on this wandering path as well as everybody else, and I'm trying to figure out who I am. And for a long time now, I have been doing cards, and I have been doing energy sessions, and I have been healing myself. Healing myself by learning holistic ways of living. Now, I'm going to say I'm not as dedicated as I should be, but that is a part of my journey that I'm experiencing now, and how I can put those into my everyday life, because I've learned to come out of one energy, and now I'm stepping into a new energy, and this new energy is going to allow me to be myself, but also integrate all of the things that I need to integrate into my life to make myself feel abundant, to make myself feel good, to share the energy that I have that's feeling amazing to other people. So I don't know where I was going with that. It was just something that maybe I needed to hear for myself, because I've held myself back because of the opinions of others, for a long, long time. And I understand now when Spirit says don't tell everybody everything, because when you tell everybody everything, every time you get excited about it, eventually they're kind of looking at you going, okay, so you said this like before and you still haven't done it yet. And you can feel that energy off a person, right? They don't have to say that to you. They can just look at you and react in a certain way. And it's like, okay, I understand now. I'm not supposed to be saying all of this, because to me, it's an accomplishment, because at each time that I've said that phrase to somebody, I have always exceeded another step, overcame another fear, got closer to where I want to be. But now I see how saying those things to people, now they're kind of looking at you like, yeah, well, I heard it again. But the thing is, you've heard it and heard it and heard it. And yes, there was times when maybe we should have been quiet, but wait a minute. I'm ready to actually burst through. You are at this point of opening up to a whole new beginning, a whole new start. The cycles, the one part of your life is, I don't want to say over, but you're opening up a new phase. This is a new moon energy that we're coming into. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, it was Friday we had the new moon, by the looks of it on the calendar. That's thankfully right in front of me, and this is the 17th. So now we're wading into the fall, and we've been letting things go. I don't want to say we, but we have, because of myself included, been letting things go, and this is a time, a power, a different feeling this time. I get this energy of I'm not worried anymore. It doesn't matter to me. If you don't like who I am, that's your choice, and I am not going to allow that to bother me. I am going to keep going forward towards what it is that I desire, and I'm going to put my trust into the universe, and put the trust in myself, and have the certain knowing that everything is going to be okay, because it has been. Every challenge that's come up, it's been okay. It's been figured out. It's been worked out. May not work out always the way you want it to, but it's not supposed to, because there's a lesson there. When it's a little bit difficult, that's when you're growing. You're overcoming something, and once you overcome that challenge, that's when you begin growing and maturing more and understanding more about who you are and what steps you need to make, right? Right? Okay, that's my signal to keep going. So enter the temple of your truth and learn to value it. How beautiful, right? Because that's what this is all about. It's about entering into the temple of your truth, of yourself, and not worrying about what other people have to say, because you're being honest. You're coming from a place of love. You're coming from a place of giving. You're coming from a place of receiving and giving and sharing and not fearing. Okay, so I'm going to read from the book on this one. Please excuse me. I have picked something up. What? I don't know. I'm hoping, because I did some lymphatic drainage and used my little massage mushrooms. Put some frankincense on and did some healing work of my own. And so hopefully things will start feeling a little bit better. But, well, to get on with this. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to kind of hold it up as best as I possibly can for you to see the card. This card is like the Joker in the deck. If you draw it, something major is about to happen. What have we been saying? What is... Okay. You will experience God. You will recognize the source of all being. God, or the divine source, is not a living being, not a thing or an idea, but an experience, something that pervades you and changes you. That's the challenge, right? Everything is in God. Everything you can see, all of creation is with the divine source. At times you may feel disconnected, but God is flowing through you at each and every moment. God, the divine source, or the term you prefer to use, is within you and around you. Enter the temple of truth that lies within your heart and call to God there. The time has come. Seek out the silence that you need for this and be ready. Search for your truth, but not in the outside world. It can only be found in your own heart. Open yourself to understanding that the truth is entirely individual. Everyone has their own truth, which is good, since everyone feels and sees things in their own way. Beautiful. Everyone has the right to his or her own truth and should be wise and generous enough to respect and tolerate that of others. Start to value your own truth. Set out on the journey of experiencing yourself. Be brave. You have been ready for a long time. Recognize that it's your mission to be happy. Oh, I want to cry. Oh, I just got this like overwhelming energy to be like, oh, and to experience new things. For you, there was only one temple of truth, and you will find it inside of you. Deep in your heart is where you will find all of the answers that prompted your questions. Now read the previous sentence again and take it to heart, but focus on it and understand it with your mind as well. And maybe what I'll do is put this sentence in the description box of this video, and if you want to write it down so you can, come back to it at another time. Deep in your heart is where you will find all the answers that prompted your questions. Going within. Being silent. My big thing about being silent is what my time, just as an example of how you can be in the moment without feeling the need to sit and meditate and be, like if you want to do that, that's great. But it's being in the moment of just when you're kind of sitting and you're talking to yourself and you're thinking to yourself and you're really connecting and being quiet within your outer world, but being at peace in your inner world and not thinking about, a million different things. You may be focused on one thing and, or you can choose to focus on one thing. Maybe that's a question that you've been asking yourself how to get over, and think about that and ask yourself, well, don't think about the question, but ask yourself the question and allow the answers just to come to you. And honestly, the first answer that comes to mind, the first thought that comes to mind, the first yes or no or whatever it is, the very first one, not the second, not the third, not the 20th reason after you've told yourself a million times why you should or shouldn't. The very first answer, the very first thought, the very first words that come to your mind when you're in that moment of silence. And my moment of silence is either in the shower or when I'm doing dishes. A lot of the times it's when I'm doing dishes. But as soon as you hear that answer to that question, That is the answer that you seek. That is the answer for the question that you are desiring. That is source energy. That is spirit. That is God, however you want to say it, however you feel it, I should say. That is your energetic self, your honesty, your truthfulness, your temple, your messages coming from there telling you. Now, whether you decide to go with that or you decide to go with the side that gives you a million reasons why you shouldn't do that because you're afraid you might ruffle some feathers. But if you do this thing that comes to your mind first, that you may ruffle feathers, but that's not your problem. That's their energy. And you've done it because where you're going next is best for you. Okay. I am going to also read from the Light Keepers. I really feel that this message is, I don't know, I'm feeling a very peaceful energy right now. Like, just kind of like, I want to kind of cry, I feel like, but it's like a releasing cry, like it's a cry that it's like everything is going to be okay. You may be going through difficult times and you may be banging your head and wondering, what the fuck am I going to do next? But you need to trust that the choices that you make, that the path that you decide to take is going to be the right one because you're trusting yourself. You're allowing yourself the truth. You're allowing yourself to not let the other people's opinions and beliefs and whatever it is that they have seep into your energy like shit, right? Okay. Saint Germain, karma releasing. Move beyond drama, create your own path, and make room for good energy. Like, that's the amethyst. I like to see this color, the purple color, your third eye. I believe in this deck it might be something else, but this could be your crown chakra, or this could be your third eye. But things are letting go. Like it said, move beyond and create your own path. That's what this whole energetic reading has been about. I'm going to read the book for these as well. And faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, and see the light in the world. How beautiful, right? So, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Well, I apologize. I should have grabbed a glass of water is what I should have done. Okay. So Saint Germain was born in France in the 18th century and is said to have been given a new identity because he was the love child of two very powerful people. Hoping you can see that. He was well educated and able to rub shoulders with royalty. He was also deeply interested in magic. I don't know, I'm having a hard time reading this one. Alchemy and the cosmos, and able to perform real life miracles and turn lead into gold. That is the gifts, right? Don't say right. Now he helps us move beyond social limitations to connect with the right people for the highest good. He's still a master alchemist and able to help us turn whatever is leaden in our life into something that is golden. His twin flame is Lady Portia, and he is the keeper of the violet flame, the powerful etheric retreat where he can release karma. I'm having a hard time with this one, maybe because the letters are so light. And I need new glasses. So his extended message is, karma is the spiritual law of cause and effect. We experience many levels of karma. Some we inherit from our family and some from the people we keep helping out of the problems they keep creating. Saint Germain is here to now clear your energies so that you no longer have the weight of the world or your loved one's world on your shoulders. Be aware that an old pattern is leaving your life and creating space for something more loving to enter. Visualize yourself surrounded by a fiery violet cloak to release all of the karma you no longer need. Kind of feels good. Not gonna lie. Okay. So Faith. Faith is the Faith is the archangel who is focused on bringing out the benevolence. She is the twin flame of Archangel Michael and is on a divine mission to help us recognize that humans are basically good and aligned with love. Can you see? I hope so. Just like her name, she is all about faith and trust. She reminds us that the world has taught us to believe that we are separate from love and that we begin to see the good in others. And that if we begin to see the good in others, then we will start to cultivate a loving experience of the world around us. Stay calm and breathe. You are a divine being of love who has done so much good in the world. You may be going through personal transformations and feel that you're not getting anywhere, but Archangel Faith is drawing close to you to guide you beyond the limitations that your ego or fears have created for you. You may be trying to work out whom to trust. First, trust yourself. And that's like standing at the kitchen sink, trusting that very first message that comes to you, that very first answer. When you do this and recognize that you are made of love, you will attract those who reflect that love and enjoy the friendship and loving relationships. Know that good is here to stay. You, my friends, whatever you're going through on your journey at this time, just trust that you're making the right choices. You are going towards something that is going to bring you infinite abundance in so many different ways. And I don't just mean like monetary. Like if you're trying to sell something, there's a very good, if you're trying to sell something, you have to be in line with that first before it can start to sell. Because that's like trying to sell a book and you don't believe the story or you've never even read it. You've just took it off of nowadays ChatGPT never even read it, just put it together and threw it, and somebody asks you about it and you're like I don't know, right? So it's all about connecting together. I don't know why it just told me to so I'm shushing. All right, let's see, we're gonna get a couple spirit messages and then I think I'm gonna call it a day. I love how this read has all been connected about, going on your own journey, not allowing the fears, the limitations, the beliefs of others to stop you and hold you back anymore. Because this journey that you're on, this healing adventure, is going to bring in so much for you. Like it's going to change life. And I can feel it. I don't know about you, but I know when I am actually doing something that I'm supposed to be doing, I can feel it. I can feel the energy. Like when I talk about healing, my thing is I believe that we all have the capability to heal ourselves, and in order to heal the diseases and the illnesses that we carry in life, we have to deal with the things that we are holding on to emotionally. So I like to call it emotional constipation. So when we learn to let go of all of these emotional issues that we've kept hidden inside and allowed to traumatize us over and over and over again, once we face these and deal with them, then the true healing can begin. And then our body isn't so stressed anymore and it can start to rejuvenate itself. Our body is meant to heal. Our body is meant to replenish. Our body is meant to mend and knit and grow and thrive, but we put so much crap into it. And of course, like all of the things that we smoking, drinking, driving, all of the things that we inhale and put into our bodies on a daily basis, like that is really important to look after. But the most important part to look after is the words that you speak to yourself, that you say to nobody but you. You hear that voice within you telling you to go one way, but then you say, I don't want to go that way because if I go that way, somebody's going to get mad at me. So I'm just going to go this way because it makes life easier. And I don't feel like fighting. And, I'm just tired of all of that. So I'm just going to go with that. And I'm going with the flow. That's what the universe wants. But no, that's not the flow. That's resisting, right? That's resisting your happiness. That's resisting and overstepping your boundaries, and this is all about stepping into, what it is that you want and allowing yourself to have those boundaries so that you can release all of that shit, all of those things that have happened, been said to you in the past, they are possible to overcome those feelings and recognize them. And when they start to show their ugly face to you again, you're going to be like, no, 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 no. I've already dealt with that. Thanks for coming and showing your face to me today, but I'm not wanting to have that energy. This is where I want to be. Okay? I'm going to tell you, bad things don't ever go away. They are always going to be there. They are always going to be a part of yourself. When people say let go, they're, I know before I was like, how the fuck do you let go? You don't allow that energy to be a part of you anymore. That's the letting go. You will never forget. It will never stop coming to show you. I'm not going to say never will show its face, but there will always be some kind of trigger to see where you are and see if you're still overcoming, to see if you're still standing in your power. Just make sure that you're still aligned with yourself. When you get off that beaten path of where you're supposed to be, that's when that thing happens that has you going, oh, and puts you in that moment of fear or tense or whatever, because you've kind of wandered off the path a little bit. And that's your energetic self, your source energy, your soul going boink. It's like the bumper things on the bowling alley where it kind of boinks you back over and says, listen, okay, something needs to change because you're going the wrong way, and it's going to try to stop you in any way that it possibly can. And honestly, that's how disease and illnesses, I believe in some sense. I'm not a doctor by any means, so I can't say that any of this is, well, I don't want to say true because I don't know why. I may screw myself for this video, but like the healing, the body has the ability to do so many great things, but we take it for granted, right? Like we just kind of assume. Okay, I am going to call it. That's it. I feel, oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I have to read these cards. Oh my goodness. I almost just like totally went right off the wall. Okay. So no matter how much you are being tested, right? How much you are being tested or pushed right now, stand your ground and push back. Believe in your own integrity and self-worth so much that no one can get in your way. Have the confidence to move forward. You can and will do this. Oh, I love it. I love it. Honestly, it puts a smile in my heart like you would not believe when the messages that flow from my energy to you guys show like in the cards this way is just amazing to me. Count all of your blessings, even the small ones. Show gratitude and appreciation for all that you have in your life, and let that all that has yet to come into it. Your best days are still ahead of you. Isn't that a wonderful thought? Right? Isn't that just kind of like what we were talking about, overcoming, bumping back, moving forward? If you think you are alone, you are not. We are beside you in all challenges that you face. Trust that outside sources will always be working with you to ensure the best outcome of every situation. We have your best interests at heart. We love you. How beautiful. Honestly, how beautiful. Accept where you are at this moment in time. Oh, thank you. Only then can you begin to move forward. Be clear about your intentions. This makes it easier for us and the universe to help you. Doors will open unexpectedly. Be ready. That's at the top of your ladder, my friends. That's where sitting in the Hierophant position is opening things from places you never expected. You are so much closer to a powerful breakthrough than you may realize. You have been praying for things to heal, new opportunities to appear, relationships to improve, and these prayers will be answered soon. Oh, this read, whoever is blessed enough to make it through this read with me, I'm telling you, you are on such a beautiful journey right now. I can feel it. I honestly can feel it. I feel for some that you may be stepping into this new learning. I know myself, I've kind of been hearing a little bit about Kabbalah. I've read a little bit, but not very much. about it, but it's really starting to pique my interest. So it's something that I'm going to begin looking into for towards my journey. But you know, we're here for a reason. I truly believe that. I truly, truly do. And I want to say, I'm not going to keep babbling. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I keep telling myself I'm not going to be sorry when I just speak something that, there's no reason to be sorry for. I want to thank you all for sharing your energy. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. I am sending you so much healing energy, so much loving energy. I can feel in my hands. I just imagine this big gold sphere of energy just radiating love and abundance to everybody in the world. And I truly, truly do appreciate everyone. Um, if you liked my video, please hit the little like button and the subscribe button. I'm still going to put out my content anyways because it's something I enjoy. I enjoy reading. I enjoy sharing the messages. I enjoy, as I'm doing my reads, I am always sending out healing energy to people. I feel your energies in myself, and as I'm going, I may be releasing and moving and pushing and clearing as I'm hearing the messages come through. And that is so important, and I send it to each and every one of you. So again, thank you so much for your time and your energy, and you all have a great rest of your day. All right, guys, take care.